Alright guys, well, welcome to another knife review. Today we're looking at the T-90, and this knife is coming from Custom Knife Factory. You can see the logo on the titanium right there. Beautiful black stonewash titanium handles. Very interesting knife. I mean, it kind of looks like a little cyborg-esque, something you might see, in a Terminator movie or something. But this thing is beautiful. I was extremely impressed the second I took it out of its pouch, which, by the way, you can see from the Custom Knife Factory. I got that same unique colored pouch. It's kind of like a trademark thing. I'm assuming that all the knives come in this pouch, as I got the previous one with the same pouch. The website is From Russia with Knives. Okay, on the inside here you can see it does come with your little card here for collectors and just for more additional information. So T-90. All right, made 2015. And yes, that is right, M390 4R steel. Amazing, absolutely amazing. I have to say my two favorite knife steels, one I previously talked about, and that is CPM S35VN, and my other is this right here, M390. This thing does not get dull. I've thrown everything at this, all types of mediums. I even did a little bit of carving with this, okay, which is completely not made for whatsoever, and I have yet to dull this edge, and I have not been stropping it either. Yes, I've been very bad. Not only am I not sharpening the knife, I'm not stropping it either, okay, something that I religiously do with all my knives to keep them nice and sharp. Specifically for testing purposes, obviously. I want to see how far this blade's going to go before it dulls, and to be honest, after all the use I put through it, it's still not dull. So it's amazing. The M390 should go without saying. If you've been around knives, you've heard about this already before. It speaks for itself. It is a super steel, and it's wonderful, and the performance is phenomenal. Let's talk about our blade. Okay, our blade is 4 inches. I recently took this to Connecticut. I had to travel there. Unfortunately, I had to leave my firearms behind, and I couldn't bring any automatic knives or battle songs or anything. I was pretty much limited to a 4-inch or less blade, and this is the knife I chose because I love it so much, and that blade is exactly 4 inches. It's M390, as mentioned. It is full flat ground. Okay, we have a little swedge here, which is interesting because it stops before the tip. Okay, gives it a unique look. Kind of a drop point, obviously a modified drop point, nothing traditional at all about this shape, but I do like it a lot. It offers a lot of pointiness, as you might say. Comes to a very acute point here, as well as it is a consistent curve from the heel all the way to the tip. Okay, so it is an awesome slicer. Plenty of belly, more so down here towards the middle of the blade. Just, I mean, an absolute awesome performing blade. This thing cuts through everything you throw at it. The size gives you plenty of options as far as cutting tasks, but you can still, again, use that more acute point. You can choke up on the blade here if you need to, and I actually did a little bit of scraping with this as well, and it's just awesome, absolutely awesome. You can see there is a blade choil on the bottom, which I like, just a fine detail that I always like to see in my knives. Makes sharpening a little bit easier. I just like a distinctive edge or stop point to where that blade ends. Okay, very, very cool. This is a full titanium handled knife. Okay, the entire knife is obviously finished in the same kind of a black wash, which is a black coating, and then of course it's gone through a stone wash finish. I'm not sure the exact type of black coating they have on here, although I suspect it to be some DLC or something similar. It is a frame lock. You can see the lock up here. It's quite early. Check out the centering for all the people who care about that. It is perfectly centered. Has the flipper on here. It's very comfortable. It protrudes out enough so it's easy to get that finger on there. And it is super, super fast, super comfortable. Great detent on this. This has a ceramic ball detent as well as a ceramic bushing system. Okay, I'm going to show you a quick picture right now of how this knife looks when it's taken apart. Now, in looking at the knife apart, you might have noticed that there is a stainless steel lock insert here on our frame lock. Okay, so it is replaceable. One thing I really like about this knife is just the attention to detail here. I mean, I like the pattern on here, the CNC'd handle scales, but this huge oversized pivot screw, as well as the oversized screw on the bottom, which is part of that huge standoff, It just ties in completely with this theme of being kind of robotic, maybe a little bit steampunk-ish, steampunk-esque, I guess you could say. And also, obviously, because we only have the one screw on the back here, we have a full flow-through design, which is very nice. Okay, minimizes any kind of buildup with pocket lint and dirt and stuff like that. As far as the pocket clip's concerned, perfect. Because it's riding on a nice, smooth, flat surface here, it's very easy to get in and out of the pocket. As far as the spring tension, it's enough spring tension to keep it on the pocket. It's not annoyingly hard to maneuver. I know there's certain knife pocket clips out there, they're just super, super stiff. And it's nice that it grabs onto the pocket and you're not going to lose it or anything. But then you have kind of a fine line between, I don't want to lose my knife and I'm having a really hard time getting it out of my pocket. You know what I mean? This has a pretty good tension on here. And again, running on the smooth surface makes the world of a difference as far as how it grips onto your pants. Just love, again, the detail work on that pocket clip, all the little angles, it's just beautiful. Now, although the overall design here is a little bit mechanical and there's a lot of sharp angles here, it's still very, very comfortable in the hand. Okay, this knife overall is extremely smooth. If you're one of these guys who just likes tons of textured G10 and jimping everywhere, just real aggressively textured knives, this one's certainly not for you. It has more of a gentleman's knife. It's kind of an office knife feel to it, because it is so smooth everywhere. Simple, titanium Framelock, no jimping anywhere, no texturing anywhere, no inserts, nothing like that. But you still have quite a good grip on this knife, okay? You have a natural finger troll here. You have a very slight thumb ramp here as well. And it doesn't really need any jimping. To be honest, how this fits in your hand, it just feels great. I feel very, very secure with this knife in multiple grips as well as reverse grip. It's just super comfortable. Overall, I just really, really love this knife. This is designed by Alexei Konigan. I hope I'm not butchering the name, but it's just another beautiful, beautiful knife from Russia. I have to say I'm really loving all the stuff that Custom Knife Factory is putting out. This is my second knife from them, and I couldn't be more happy with this blade. It is everything you'd expect for a knife at this price point and above. So speaking of price, how much does this cost? Well, this knife is $375. It's not a drop in the bucket, but it's not the same as $600–700 customs, although I still feel like it's putting out the same quality as your $600 and $700 custom knives. I'm continuing to be amazed by this company, how they're able to put out blades like this for the prices that they do. Yeah, so I mean, $375 is not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. I do very much consider this a very expensive, high quality knife. But the best way I can describe my feeling to this knife is that if I met you on the street and you handed this to me, and I never saw it before, I didn't know anything about it, and I found it a little bit, played with it a little bit, maybe used it a little bit, and you said, yeah, I paid $500 for this knife, I wouldn't blink an eye. I would think that was completely reasonable. You know what I mean? So to have a price tag of $375 on here, to me, honestly, it feels a little bit underpriced for what you're getting. So that's why I'm continuing to be completely blown away by the stuff that Custom Knife Factory has put out. I can guarantee you this is not going to be my last knife from them. All right, let's have another close-up look at this knife. I mean, it's beautiful. This is an art piece that you can actually use. You know what I mean? This is it's an investment. And if $375 is a lot of money for you and you're really interested in this knife, I can tell you you'd be very happy with it, and it's worth saving up for. So there you go. There's my review of the T-90. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if you want to tell me what you ate for breakfast today, I'd love to hear about it because I'm strange and curious. and most important, if you own this knife, please post down in the comments what you think of yours, okay? That goes for all my videos. If I'm showing a lighter and you have that lighter, tell everyone what you think of yours. You know, if I did a cooking video and you made that recipe that I told you guys about, tell people what you thought of it. In my opinion, it's very important for multiple people to give their opinion on something. This way, the viewers can have a overall picture of what they might expect from that particular product. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.